What is going on, fire signs? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. And also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is totally fine. Alright, y'all, let's go ahead and see what's going on in your love lives today. If you're unsure, obviously I already said if you're unsure of your placements and stuff like that, check the description box. I don't know why I need to repeat that twice. Perhaps there's a reason I need to say it twice. But yes, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Four of Cups. What is going on here? What y'all not deciding? What you guys don't know what you want to do with exactly? Because the Four of Cups is talking about kind of apathy, right? You're not sure exactly what you want. You're not sure what to go for. At the same time, perhaps you don't necessarily see an offer kind of coming your way. Yeah, there's a lot of fixation on the Three Cups here. There's a lot of fixation on what's going on currently. Alright guys, you know what to do. Pick the side that resonates with you the most. The other side that you don't resonate with will be the person that you're dating, dealing with, or in a relationship with currently. And the middle will represent the relationship itself, how the relationship is affected by both parties. Now the underlying energy here is the hanged man. So there's some stagnant energy going on here. A lot of waiting for some sort of perspective to come through. Or some sort of, epiphany at the same time. But everybody's kind of stuck in limbo. That's what I'm kind of getting the sense of. Everybody's kind of feeling like they're stuck in limbo. Now, this person in this side here with the Queen of Pentacles, they're very practical. Okay? They're feeling very practical right now. Or that, I don't know if they're feeling practical or they are very practical. They could be very focused on their finances, focusing on work, or doing a lot more work. Right? They're doing a lot of that. Well, this person with the Page of Wands, or the Five of Wands rather, not Page of Wands, Five of Wands, they're going through some sort of conflict. Some inner turmoil. Alright? Maybe not inner turmoil. It could be that they're just going through some conflict altogether. But they're wrestling something. They're not solid on some sort of idea or some sort of, it's a sort of way of doing something. They're not very solid on it right now. They're going through some sort of intense change, but luckily it's temporary and it's not going to last forever. Now, the heart of the reading is the Knight of Wands. So this has a lot to do with passion and excitement and fun. It sounds like this Queen of Pentacles, no offense, is kind of boring. And it's not like they mean to be. I think they're just focused on their practical side. They don't really have a lot of time for fun, the Queen of Pentacles. She's focusing on her responsibilities, things that she's committed to. She's very much committed to the relationship, but I don't think she's putting in, she's not really a passionate individual. She doesn't necessarily go out of her way to have fun. She's like, I have responsibilities, I have things I have dedicated my time and effort to. I have things, I have a legacy to build. I don't have time for this. That doesn't mean that this person is that way. Perhaps they're just focusing on what they need to get done. The Hangman coming up. This person is stagnant though. Waiting on a new perspective. Okay, they're not making any moves internally. They're not sure of how they feel. I think they're looking at their situation from a different perspective. They're looking at it from a different angle. This person could be looking at their own value system in a different angle, a different way, because the Queen of Pentacles knows how she feels. She knows, well, not necessarily knows how she feels. She knows her worth. So she could be looking at her worth in a totally different angle. That, or she's stagnant period, and she's having to look at the situation a little bit closely anyway. Now the Tower is coming up for the person with the Five of Wands. Yeah, it's intense change. Five of Wands anyway. Tense change. Usually it's temporary though. This person did not see it coming. This person was a little bit unexpected. Now this person could have, well, at the same time, could have initiated this change themselves. There could have been some change in their, in their own environment that they've done on their own. Okay, and the Magician is coming out for the Knight of Wands. Very interesting. I mean, so straight up out of the gate here, we got this. You got the situation here where there's people here that, well, the Queen of Wands is not sure, or she's in a stagnant position at the moment. Not much she can do here because she's waiting on some sort of perspective or waiting on something. mostly to release. Like there's something that she has to surrender to, some sort of perspective that she needs to surrender to. Now let's be honest with each other. The Queen of Pentacles, she's kind of fixed in her own right, right? Even like if you think about it, Capricorn is very fixed for a cardinal sign, but they are, right? They're very grounded, they're very stable, they're very committed. They were, when they buckle down to something, they buckle down, and it's very hard for them to change their perspective or change a certain opinion or view or something like that. But when they do, it is they commit to it 100%. But right now they're going through a period where they're having to look at a situation from a different perspective. The same kind of situation with this individual, except this is kind of happening to them in their internal aspects, emotionally, etc. Okay, like they're going through some sort of difficult situation where everything's changing, their foundation's changing. They you know, it's practically being destroyed right now. But this is for the better, of course. Everything happens for our highest good. So with that being said, no matter what the kind of conflict that they've got going on, this is to change them, to perhaps build their confidence. The same with this individual here. Perhaps they're looking at their value, their worth, to be able to enhance their confidence here. So that way they can both be independent, feel free, and have an insert passion into the relationship of their own right. Right now, it's kind of, like, it's time to see it's a little bit bland right now, the relationship, and not having too much fun. It will, though. I feel like it will kick up the sooner people recognize their own, their own, beauty, raw energy, their own confidence, their worth, their value. Let's take a look at the external energy here. 10 of Wands. So they got a burden that they're carrying here. They're carrying some sort of burden. But that's the thing. Perhaps that the situation that they're holding on to is something that they need to figure out. They need to figure out a little bit closely, or look at it from a different angle. This burden perhaps needs to be released. But until then, they have to look at it from a different angle before they release it, perhaps. The Sun. Well, okay. I like this. I like this. You know, the five of Wands, Tower, Sun. At least there's clarity here. They're a little bit. This person is very transparent. Like their world is definitely going upside down, topsy turvy, right? But at the same time, too, this person also is changing some things, changing a lot of things, making a lot of drastic changes of their own right, or they're going through some drastic changes because they probably haven't initiated it themselves, which is why they have the Five of Wands here, which talks about interacting with other people. Now, they could be dealing with other folks, right? But at the same time, I do get this feeling that this person is very transparent, and as well as this person is very, they've got the Sun here. This talks about they can see their potential happiness. I think that perhaps they had to, completely wipe the slate clean before they can pursue what they want, right? Or to go after this happily, the happiness that they're looking at with the Sun there. The happiness that exposed itself with the Sun being there. And the external energy for the relationship, you have the Two of Wands. The relationship, where does it go? What direction? Because it's no longer able to move forward. I think there's a lot of things that have changed about this relationship. A lot of things. And one of the things here too, there's a new beginning, right? A new way of thinking and things like that. But most importantly, I have this feeling that with the Two of Wands there, that this relationship is now having to take a different course of action, because the way things have been hasn't been working out, hasn't been going anywhere, and as a matter of fact, they're just like, there's no way they can, there's any progress that can be made moving forward, right? You can't physically. You have to pick a path. You have to pick a direction in which to go, and I feel like both parties are kind of figuring that out. Or they're recognizing that, they're seeing that there's a need for some sort of change in their love life right now, because there's no pleasure, no fun, no nothing. And I feel like this person here is kind of in this place of stagnancy because there's something that they need to see from a different perspective. Something needs to just kind of come up, rise up to the surface. Okay. And it has a lot to do with their burden, I feel. Once they've sorted out what their burden is, what this Ten of Wands is for them, and look at it from different angles, I think they'll be able to figure out how they can move forward from there. But until then, they're stuck in a place where they kind of are doing, you know, they're just looking at work. It's like almost like a very Two of Pentacles situation. Kind of distract themselves, not really making any progress and doing anything until they address what's going on internally, what's hanging them up. Being open and surrendering to the perspective, allowing the perspective to shape their world right now, because where they are right now is not going anywhere. It's very stagnant. And I feel this person at least is trying to do something different. This where the person is not making any, they can't with the Hangman there, right? They can't move. And it's not like it's, you know, it's only because, right, their perspective just needs to change about something. But it needs to change about this, I feel. So that way they can find, you know, they can make decisions about where the relationship can go. They both can. And then it's not just one person doing it and then the other person being like, I don't know how I feel about it. Alright, y'all. This has been your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye now.